those answers. The reason they missed them is because they were hurrying at the end. And so one of the main sad parts of this is that usually when they tell me that, the next thing they say is, and I missed an A or a B or a C by 1 point or 2 points, which means if they had gotten those right, which they should have, just that alone would have boosted them up to the next grade. So the reason that this order is so important to follow is that you're trying to get all the easy questions done in the first 15-20 minutes of a test before the time becomes an issue at all. And where are the easy questions going to be for you? They could be anywhere, right? And so you're kind of finding all the easy ones all the way through, and then it's almost like you're taking them and putting them in your pocket and saying, okay, those are safe, those are done. And then at the very end, if you have to rush, it's a lot better to rush on these, because what are you going to do, make a careless mistake? You don't even know the answer anyway. So you just leave them to the end, hope for luck, and if not, just pick a letter, any letter, and hope that you're lucky. And so again, you're just trying to manage your way through a test and squeeze out every possible point that you can. That's kind of the idea behind that one. Okay? Any questions on that so far? I have a couple more things that I want to share about it. Okay, and again, sign-in sheet, name, student ID, teacher's name, and then circulate it. And my job later today, or otherwise you'll kill me, is to contact all your teachers and tell them that you came. So I always do that later in the same day as the workshop. Okay, now there are about 3 more things that I want to share with you about this, and then we'll be done with the workshop. The first one, I want to see if you can figure something out. I've made a big deal as I've taught through this about the importance of using the hand to cover up the choices. And probably you've never done that before. What most people do when they have a multiple choice test, and this seems to make sense, but it's not a good thing, is that they read the question, and then without any thinking at all, they look at all the choices, and then they look back and forth and try to figure it out. That sounds like what you would do. Can you think of any benefit or advantage that a student might have if they cover up the choices and read the question first rather than doing it the other way? What's the purpose of that? Anybody have an idea? One of them is that it usually helps your memory to kick in better. That's true, but there's something else.
You won't be influenced by misleading answers.
Everybody here probably this semester has one teacher who you think they stay up at night and try to figure out ways to trick me on tests. They don't, at least I hope not, but that's what it seems like sometimes. And so when you read a multiple choice question, let's say that you have the question here and then you have the 4 answers. Let's say that C is the right answer, okay? You know what a right answer is called on a multiple choice test? It's called the right answer. What are the wrong answers called? They actually have a name, believe it or not, and there are 2 of them, and I really like both of these words because even though they're similar, they describe their only reason for living, and that is they're decoys or distractors. So that means that these 3, the only job they have is to sit there trying to look really good and tempt you to pick them rather than the right answer. And what a lot of teachers do, intentionally or otherwise, is out of the 4 choices, at least 3 of them look good, are close to each other, probably could be right, sometimes all 4. And so this is the thought process that goes through students' minds a lot if they don't do